Jake, it's our 50th episode. We need a very special intro.
Yeah, I agree. Maybe we could do something like really dramatic, throw in some cool sound bits and make it like an epic recap or something. I don't know.
I don't really feel like editing that much, so maybe not that.
Okay, we can just skip it if you want. Whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. We can just skip it.
Cool beans.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Region Unlocked, the very special 50th episode. My name's Cameron.
And I'm Jake.
And for those of you who are listening, we appreciate you listening for sure. But we wanted to do something extra special, this being our 50th episode. And so we are actually video recording this whole thing. We are as live as we can be. We are as in the same room as we can possibly be for this podcast.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a doozy for us. This is the first time we're recording it. But if you think about it, Cameron, we've been doing this for the past 50 episodes. It's just weird now that we're recording it, right?
Yeah, it's weird. I feel very uncomfortable. Normally, I have just crawled out of bed, or you have just crawled out of bed. And now people are looking at me. And I can't edit out all of our really awkward pauses that we do a lot, like now. So anyway, if you were listening, I guess you can keep listening, but I'll try to make it easy for you. I've got a YouTube link down in the description, and let's just say maybe YouTube is going to copyright block some stuff. I don't know. I'll also put it on Google Drive and put a link there as well, so you can all enjoy. So if you leave a comment, feel free, but be nice, because we are very self-conscious about this, or at least I am.
It's okay, Cameron. I am too. You don't need to worry about that. But it's cool because if you're listening to us and you're still listening to us, you probably are enjoying it at least somewhat, right?
That's true. I guess if they've made it to the 50th episode, that could be weird.
No kidding.
It's also weird looking back and forth between you and then the camera. Can't handle this. Can't handle it.
It's all good. It's kind of fun, actually, to be honest.
Fun. Something new. Yeah. So, just for those of you listening, we're going to try to make it more worth your while to come watch the video, because we'll add some video elements that you can only get through watching us. So hopefully that's worth your time. And I am curious how many of you are going to actually sit down and watch actually, I don't know how long this is going to be, but maybe how long are you going to watch? Leave in the comments at what time you stopped watching this.
There you go. Hopefully it's a higher number. But here we are. We're ready for this. You can see how we live our lives and check out the differences and similarities of our rooms. Pretty cool, huh?
That's true. We did take a lot of effort to set this up for you.
Yes.
So anyway, to make the 50th even more special, we're not talking about any specific game today. We've wanted to try to talk about 50 games, which we'll get to here in a little bit. But this is the Year of the Game Awards, not the Game of the Year Awards. So don't get those confused. But before we start, Jake, should we begin with some show and tell?
Let's do it, Cameron. We've got enough merch to show off. Let's do it.
Okay, you can go first.
All right, so I've got something really cool here. And this has got a lot of personal value because it's one of the gifts that was given to me by one of my students' families before I left Osaka. Sorry. And it was very useful today, actually. What it is, it's a silk Mario fan. And
ooh.
Yeah, it's got the print of, the Mario motifs on it. And
that's cool.
I've been doing this all day. So
tell us why.
Oh, gosh. Another segue. So anyway, it's rainy season here in Japan, and that means everything gets as muggy and humid and awfully hot as a tropical rainforest, because Japan's like that. And so there was a nasty thunderstorm yesterday, and lightning struck the building, and it was so loud I actually jumped back. But it happened to hit the AC, and this building has central AC, so sadly all the AC has been out in this muggy hot mess. So we've just been having to survive, and as I've been setting up my room, the AC is not working, and I am sweating horribly right now.
Gross.
If you can tell. So that's Japan for you. If you ever come over here, you have to put up with the rainy season in summer.
I'm sorry to hear about that. That's rough.
Yeah, but hopefully your AC does not get struck by lightning.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, but on a slightly unrelated note, look, we both have the word Nintendo behind us. Isn't that cool?
Whoa. I don't know if it's still in the cut of putting us both on screen, but yes, they are both there. That's my box for the Mario Kart remote control that I can't remember what it's called. Live home circuit, something like that.
Oh, okay. Cool beans. Sounds as good of a name as any. So,
okay.
Speaking of which, I still have to try that. But anyway.
Yes, but you probably don't have the space for it.
No, not at all.
So, for my show and tell, I actually have two things. I'll start off with an easy one. I wanted to show the Game Boys. There's for you, Jake. These are the Game Boys that I recently modded out. Actually, this white one I did a while ago, but it is super cool. Got the full backlit screen, and this one also has, you can see that, rechargeable battery on the bottom. And then this one is all super clear, but then I put in the black buttons. Did not put rechargeable battery in this, but these are so cool. It'll make you want to play old games again on your Game Boy, because Game Boy is pretty great.
Oh, agreed. You said they were super cool. Do they have Super Mario in there? Is that what
no,
makes them
let's see,
super
what
cool?
do I got? I got Mario Golf in one.
Nice.
And then Metroid Zero Mission in the other.
Sweet.
And then I have one more. I have no idea how I'm actually going to get this. Going to cut to some B-roll here. But I'll try to hold it up for you.
While you're finagling, I'll show everyone my Japanese Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time box.
Ooh.
Which looks a little bit different than the US, but it's cool because it's got a blister pack inside with a background. Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
It's built for being reusable, I guess.
I like how it's vertical as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, so as you might know, I like to build things, build arcades. So I wanted to show off. Jake, you probably can't really see that at all.
Whoa. I see the concept pretty easily.
Here you go.
Whoa.
So this is my tabletop arcade, all modeled after Super Nintendo. And the thought being was, building your own home arcade is really cool, but even if you build just a bar top one, they're still pretty big and take up a lot of space in your house. So this can easily, prop it up in a corner, slide it under your bed, and all the same goodness packed into a smaller package. So I actually have a whole how-to video on this. I've taken all the footage, and I think I've actually edited all of it, but I never... I've done this with multiple projects, is I edit all of it, but then at the end I gotta write the instructions and do voiceover. And then I never want to do that. So I think I just need to record voiceover and I could put this video up, which I had a lot of fun making. But there you go. There's my Super Nintendo arcade.
That is super indeed. It's nice that you can actually put it on the table, like a tabletop version.
Yeah.
I feel like that's handy. It's mobile.
It's
great that you can bring skills like that to the table.
Oh, Jake.
That was bad. I shouldn't have been proud of that one. I'm sorry, folks.
Well, that's what they expect from you.
It's true. Always awkward, weird puns, but such is life.
Such is life. So up next, Jake.
What's up?
People have, probably been curious about what you're up to in Japan, but also what your environment is like. So we've all heard that living spaces in Japan are probably pretty cramped, and you can attest to that, I'm sure. So,
yes.
Would you like to give us a tour of where you live?
Yes, I would love to show you all the amazing prime version of living in a small enclosed area. And I gotta say, my area is pretty cool, so check it out.
Okay, let's cut to that.
Here's my tiny Japanese apartment. First thing we do is take off our house shoes in this tiny little entryway called a genkan, because it's good to be civilized. Over here on top of my small fridge, we've got some cool daily stuff like coffee and a Mario hat, because why not? And then we've got my train pass, wallet, and fan that a lot of people use in Japan right now because it's super, super hot outside. And some other generally cool stuff. Cool being the bad pun here, it's on top of my fridge. Anyway, we've got some really awesome stuff on my wall here, some posters, some noren to kind of brighten the room up, and up here we've got a cloth that has the kanji for matsuri, which is festival in Japanese. So down here is my super, super comfy bed that I have tidied up quite a bit because we're making a film. So over here is a cool reading light that a lot of modern beds in Japan have, and then we got my duck collection from the States and a couple of solar figurines. All right, over here is my whole computer setup. Check it out. Got a couple of goons on the screen. I wonder who they are. This is where I do all my podcasting and editing, and it is very, very fun. Spend a lot of time here. Up here, some more personal stuff over on my shelves. Manga, pictures of my family, other fun Japanese things. Some Kimetsu no Yaiba figurines, Japanese-style Darth Vader, and an Olympic watch, because it's really cool. You can't go wrong with all the Mario stuff, though, and Godzilla, because this is Japan. Anyway, this whole desk actually folds up when I'm not using it to conserve space, just like that, so this whole area becomes accessible. Now over here, we do have my tatami mat, which is made of woven reeds, and it's state-of-the-art. Not really, these are centuries old. Most Japanese places have these, and it feels really good on my feet. So up here we've got a really nice, spacious deck area that I'm not going to be opening up right now because it's super hot and muggy outside. This is where I usually dry my clothes. A lot of people can't right now because it's really, really humid, and we have to use dryers for the time being, which costs a little bit of money, but oh well. There's a nice view from there if you actually go out on it. So there we go. My favorite part of the entire room has to be my entertainment center that I designed by myself. Haha, okay, that was really bad. Anyway, got some storage down here. Original PS4, Switch, 35th anniversary Mario mug, Japanese PS4. I really like this one right here. This is my Last of Us Part 2 LE Edition Japanese PS4. I spent a lot of hours playing this thing. This monitor is quite nice too. And down here we've got my Oculus, some extra controllers, Nintendo Tokyo canister. Up here we've got my LE figurine, Last of Us Part 2 headphones, just some more general Nintendo stuff, and a Super Potato pennant. Plug right there. My non-HDMI monitor that I use mostly to play my N64. Gotta say, the pièce de résistance of my entire collection is right here. This is original production artwork used in the animes of Pokemon, Kimba the White Lion, and Sailor Moon. That's right. The studio actually wrote these and made these, and they were used in production. So, I probably spent way too much on them, but that's okay because they're cool. I'm not going to tell you how much I spent on them, but they're really, really cool. So I've got them up to display. Anyway, all of this right here is a basic summary of what it's like to live in a tiny Japanese apartment. I hope you've enjoyed it, and take care, folks.
Welcome back. Thank you for that tour, Jake. Very informative.
Of course, very Japanese.
Would you like a tour of my place?
I would love to see your place. It's been a while.
Okay. I guess we'll cut to that.
Sweet.
All right, everyone. So here is a quick tour of my office where I am currently at. So here's obviously what you see behind me in the video, my awesome computer setup. Up above, got some random nerdy things. That's what Jake was talking about earlier, that he could see. Sweet X-Wing, sweet autograph picture of Jack Black. Whoa. Mario and Luigi. There is the first arcade I built that I won second place on Instructables, and this is like what I got from them, which is pretty cool. And behind me is another full-size, well, this is the only full-size one I've ever built, but pretty cool. And you might notice that on the walls, I've tried to build my own kind of sound insulating material in here, but still it's kind of tough because of the hardwood floor, the ceiling. It still doesn't sound that great, so it's actually not where I podcast. I podcast where this cat is trying to get into. This is my little closet studio. Pretty neat. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a gold PS4 right there. So pretty neat. Cool office. Here's me editing right now. What the heck? I'm editing this current episode right now? That's awesome. Alright. Let's see this cat. What are you doing? What are you doing? Wallace. Wallace. Hey, come here. Come here. There he is. All right. Back to you. Okay, cool. There's my place. That's my office. That's where I record. It's pretty neat spot. And
Yeah, it is.
I like it. And it's nice that I can have spaces like this because I don't have kids.
More room for yourself.
More room for me. Okay. So, shall we get into our main conversation for today?
I say let's do it. We've got some research and we've got some cool stuff to talk about today. So, yeah, let's dive.
Okay. So, welcome to the Year of the Game Awards. So what does that mean? Jake and I were really trying to figure out how do we get 50 into this episode. Because if we were to rank our 50 games, that would take forever. And I don't know how interesting that would be. So instead, what we're going to do is we're going to look back and decide what are the best years that games came out. So basically had the most amount of high quality games, and we needed to be able to find at least 10 for that year to make it work for our list. So we're going to do our top 5, 10 games in each of those 5 years. Boom, 50 games. And that way we don't have to, spend super long on each game. Some of them we're just going to gloss over. But yeah, that is it. So, Jake, would you like to... Well, I will say first off, we're going to go chronologically first. Jake and I first just came up with 5 between us. And then after we go through those 5 chronologically, we are then going to rank them and see what is the number 1 year of the game. Cool?
Sounds good to me.
All right, why don't you kick it off with our first year?
Fantastic. The first year that we're starting out with is none other than 1998. Great year for games, and a lot of great games that we've talked about at incredible length that we're going to talk about right now. Again,
okay.
So I've got a few games on this list, and you've probably got a couple more than I do, which is fantastic.
I mean, we should have 10, Jake.
Yes, and if not, I'll just make up games. So, number 1 on the list is The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Of course.
Yes, that's got to be number 1 on the list. That's just a given. Number 2, I have Banjo-Kazooie.
I also have that as number 2. Did you rank these in any order based off of how much you like that game?
Nope. But
okay.
You can probably be assured that if it's toward the top of the list, I probably thought of it first and therefore probably enjoyed it more.
Okay.
Next one is Mario Party.
Yep, same order so far.
Oh, fantastic. After that, we're going to deviate just a little bit. Rogue Squadron, Star Wars game.
Mm-hmm. Solid.
Yeah, definitely. All right, after that, we have Half-Life. And, yeah, after that, Resident Evil 2.
Wow. We did not actually make our list together of the 10 games, but so far we are dead on. That's obviously why we chose 98.
Yeah, definitely. It's pretty cool. And after that, we've got Spyro the Dragon.
Yep.
Cool. Has your list matched up so far?
Not position-wise, but I have all the same ones on the list.
Holy cow. All right. Well, I guess our minds are thinking alike then.
Okay.
That is all that I've got.
Oh,
what do
Jake.
You have, Cameron?
All right. How many was that?
That was 8.
Okay.
No, sorry, 7.
So, and then I will preface that some of these things on the list might not actually be that near and dear to us, but we appreciate, kind of what they did for gaming. Even if we didn't necessarily play them, they might have had super iconic mascots that came out through it, and we know that they're super important to a lot of people.
Yes.
So that being said, like I never played Spyro, but Spyro is on this list. So you said 7. So the last 3 I have would be Metal Gear Solid, StarCraft, and Fallout 2.
Okay. Those are big names.
So
Awesome.
which ones, what should we expand on here? Which ones do you want to discuss a little bit for like why it made this year so special?
Well, if people have been listening so far, they probably know the big titles on this list that we really like because we've talked about them enough. Let's first talk a little bit about the ones that maybe we haven't played or ones that we haven't played as much. That might be interesting.
Maybe. I don't know what to say about those.
Well, how about like first time you heard about them or what made it come to your mind? Like, why do you think this is special even though you never played it?
For me, I'd say kind of what I was just saying, though, is I know that these had big impact on other people. Let's bring AJ into this. Hey, AJ, you watching? Or would you stop watching? I hope you're watching. But I know he loves the Metal Gear Solid series, and a lot of people do. He talks about the third game a lot. And understandably, a lot of people are obsessed with those. So it definitely caught my eye as I was looking through this list. But I don't have anything else to say about those.
Okay. Totally fair. So Metal Gear Solid, interestingly enough, that was one of the first realistic games I ever played on that demo CD that you get from Pizza Hut. Or I should say that you got from Pizza Hut. It had an incomplete level of Metal Gear Solid, and I remember playing that demo over and over again on a friend's PlayStation.
Nice.
So that's the only reason why that one came to mind. And I could see why it was interesting. Like, it was really confusing for me, but I mean, hey, you get to hide in boxes, and if you get seen, it's really creepy, and I don't know. It was just fun. So,
Okay. So then, before we move on to the next year, let's just talk about the top 3 that we all had in the same place. We had Ocarina of Time, Banjo-Kazooie, and Mario Party. And I think for our generation especially, 1998 is an excellent year for the N64. And, well, I guess 96 to 2000 were all great years for the N64. But those games especially. And let's just pick one. Tell me what's so great about Ocarina of Time.
what's not great about Ocarina of Time? This game is
the
considered
graphics.
the graphics, yeah. Well, for the time, think about it. It's pretty good. It's pretty open world considering the time period it was made.
True.
And on top of that, this broke so many new grounds for what's considered standard in many games today, like using the C buttons as item placements, stuff like that. Kind of an open world, low load time kind of deal. That was also big too. So, yeah, what about you? Why do you think it's important?
Let me talk about Banjo-Kazooie.
Okay.
If you listen to our N64 finale, like, I don't know, a year ago now at this point, we ranked our top N64 games and actually gave Banjo-Kazooie number 1, surprisingly. And, I mean, that game is just so colorful and fun and just so lighthearted, but also challenging, where it took the formula of Super Mario 64 of hub world, exploring levels and getting the collectibles out of those, and it really just it perfected it. It controlled so well, and I feel like there's just nothing wrong with that game other than the age, obviously.
True. Pretty good game.
Yeah.
Not surprisingly, did we rank it number 1? Let's be honest. It deserved that spot.
So anyway, let's go ahead and move on, and probably not take as long with each year as we did with that one. So allow me to take us through 2002, and I actually did rank these in order personally for me. So I'll start with number 10. We got Splinter Cell, Kingdom Hearts, GTA Vice City, Star Wars Jedi Outcast, Metroid Fusion, Warcraft 3, Metroid Prime, Ratchet and Clank, Super Mario Sunshine, and of course, Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. So
Nice.
one heck of a year for the GameCube. I'd say those are like the three big iconic games from the GameCube: Wind Waker, Prime, and Sunshine. So tell me, what's your favorite one on this list?
Probably a toss-up between Jedi Outcast and Super Mario Sunshine.
Okay,
Just, I have not appreciated Wind Waker yet, so I can't make any judgment calls.
killing me.
I know, it's now a recurring theme, right?
And why haven't you been playing Wind Waker? Just because it's slow to understand, or because it crashed?
Yeah, both.
Oh,
So
great.
the GameCube is crashing, unfortunately. It's just old, maybe. Also, it's very difficult to understand and read those very detailed kanji on a non-CRT TV.
Yeah, that's
So
rough.
it's blurry. Anyway, hopefully they'll make it or remake it soon on the Switch, right? Fingers crossed.
Oh, I sure hope so.
Okay, yeah.
Um,
Same.
I want to just give a little attention to Ratchet and Clank, which I didn't have a PS2, but man, did I love that game. That if any game could have been ported to the GameCube, I was wishing it'd be Ratchet and Clank. But great list here. Again, quite a few. I'd say the last three there: GTA, Kingdom Hearts, and Splinter Cell. Again, I didn't play them, but I know the cultural impact that those have had, especially Kingdom Hearts, I want to say, and and GTA. And Splinter
Yeah.
Cell. But although they haven't made a Splinter Cell in a while. But anyway,
Yeah.
2002 was one heck of a contender here, especially for the GameCube, like I said.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right, so let's go ahead and move on to our next year. And Jake, I'll let you take this one. How many did you say you actually came up with on this?
Oh, more than 10, but I will narrow it down to 10 really fast.
It's fine. I found 13 for this one. And let me
nice.
just say before he starts, this was the year of the sequel. Holy cow.
I was going to say the exact same thing. Like so many 2 titles, you know. Number 2. Yeah, no kidding. A lot of good sequels. So, I will kick this list off with a sequel, of course.
Okay.
Half-Life 2.
Yep.
Big name right there.
Actually, go through all the ones that have 2 in it. Let's hear them.
Oh, yeah, of course. We have Halo 2. Metroid Prime 2. The Sims 2. Pikmin 2. That's all I've got for twos.
I also said Spider-Man 2, which was incredible. Prince of Persia 2, Warrior Within. And that's it.
Nice.
I also have 2 threes on there. No, I got 3 threes. There's Jack 3, Jack and Daxter, Metal Gear Solid 3, and Burnout 3.
Wow. So this must have been the year of like just sequels in general.
Did you just say wow? Because yes. World of Warcraft 2004. Holy cow. 2004.
Holy cow.
That game, that is what, 17 years ago now in 2021?
It's still got a very popular base. It's still being played.
Yeah,
isn't
I'm one of those idiots still playing it. Look at, these Funkos. I got Illidan and Thrall sitting there behind me.
Bingo, right there. Yep, that was on my list. So is it okay if this year goes over 10?
I mean, it's fine. They all stood out.
That's true. I've also got GTA San Andreas.
Yep. Which was a sequel.
Definitely. And I've got Far Cry. Okay, that's the only not sequel there. Far
Okay.
Cry. So that spawned a very popular series that didn't really get super popular until later on.
Did you play
Star
the
Wars.
original?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
It has not aged well, but it's still cool.
Huh. Yeah, I can't even picture gameplay of that.
It's very early 2000s first-person shootery.
Okay.
Can't really explain it any other way. The physics of... Yeah. But anyway, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh. I don't know why I didn't put that on my list. But yeah.
Very popular game indeed. Zelda, Four Swords. Oh, okay, that's our first 4 we've got.
Still a sequel, though.
True. And Super Mario 64 DS. Played the heck out of that game.
Oh, I don't know how I missed that on my list.
Yeah. So,
So the only other one you didn't say is Fable.
Fable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
So
Never played it.
There's an original game. And then I also had Mario Power Tennis, which is actually the well, was it on Super Nintendo or just N64?
I
N64
think
was
it
the
was
first
just
one.
yeah, just N64.
So boom,
The
it's
Mario
another
Tennis.
2 right there.
That's awesome.
So
All right.
that's interesting. Like 2004 is a killer year. Like I came up with 13 games on there,
Yeah.
but
That's like yeah,
very little original, you know?
very true. It's like the launch titles were just being, finished and then they had to create cool sequels for them.
Yeah, I want to say this kind of marks kind of some of the end to originality going forward. I'd say from 2004 on, it really just became franchises.
That's mostly what I have too.
A lot
There's
of repetitive
few.
sequels.
It's true. There's a few original ones, but yeah, you're right. There's a bit of a trend there after that year. But anyway, that's 2004. I'm sorry, folks. We've got more than 50 games to talk about today, so I'm sure you're not complaining.
All right, I'll take the next year for us, which is 2007. And good stuff here. So I'll start it off with number 10. I got Guitar Hero 3, Metroid Prime 3, God of War 2, Assassin's Creed, Super Mario Galaxy, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, The Orange Box, BioShock, Halo 3, and Mass Effect. So I take it back what I just said about originality, because Mass Effect and BioShock are two incredibly original games. And then we've got, although the Orange Box is actually a compilation of 5 different games, this list could have been longer if I stretched that out and said Half-Life 2 re-released with Portal and with Team Fortress 2 and with the expansions to Half-Life 2 all in that. I mean, it's the best packaged game ever made. I mean,
Some good ones on there.
except maybe Mass Effect Legendary Collection, which I haven't started yet.
That's okay. You've already played them.
Yeah, have you beat Mass Effect yet?
No, not yet.
Where are you?
Good question. I don't remember.
Oof. Get back
But-
into it, because
Yeah.
any of you listening know. I know, like, it shows its age. 2007 was a while ago now,
Yeah.
and it plays like a 2007 game. But I'd say once you hit like the 2/3 mark, you will not stop. You'll hit this one point in the story where it grips you, takes over, and you will play the rest of the game in one sitting. So that's how good it is.
It's a gripping review right there.
Yeah.
All right. So, did you said Super Mario Galaxy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Just wanted to make sure.
You never played that game, did you?
Not in extreme length. I've played a little bit of it, but I know the concept.
Yeah. I need to get back to it on Switch and try to play through that. When I bought it like the weekend it came out on Wii, and played it that entire weekend and beat it that weekend, and then never touched it again, which I feel like is the case for all of my Wii games somehow.
Oof.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Was there anything else?
Did you say Elder Scrolls Oblivion?
Oh, how'd I miss that? That was 2007?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
But yeah, that game doesn't need much of an introduction. You've probably heard of Oblivion before, maybe. Very
I'm
awesome.
I'm oblivious. I don't know what you're talking about.
Ha 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 ha.
All right. Last year, Jake.
Last year.
All you.
All right, fantastic. So let's bump up just a little bit to the wonderful year of 2013.
Okay.
Yeah, so another great year for games. As has been the case for the past however many minutes you've been listening. Hopefully you're still listening. Anyway, so this is one where I've kind of ranked them based on my personal preference. So,
All right,
number
bro.
one.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm just
Yeah.
a little paranoid right now that my camera has stopped recording. So you read those. I'm just going to double check that.
Okay. All right. Awesome. So first, I have got The Last of Us, and next we have BioShock Infinite, which is a game I've been playing recently again
Good.
because it's fun.
So good.
I have Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Mm-hmm.
Good game. Animal Crossing New Leaf.
Oh, how did I miss
And-
that?
It's okay. There's so many Animal Crossing games out there.
Yeah, but that one's probably the best one.
It is pretty good, isn't it? I've also got The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds.
Hey, that was 2012.
Oh, really?
New Leaf was.
Oh, fudge.
Jake!
Well, I screwed that up.
Oh my gosh. Now
Yeah, that's
we've
pretty
covered
bad.
too many games.
Yeah, it's true. All right. I also have Super Mario 3D World,
Yep.
Battlefield 4,
Oh.
and Pokemon X and Y.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah, those are some good games. And I don't know if you got 10. Let me add what I had. Injustice Gods Among Us, which was an incredible DC hero fighting game made by the team who makes Mortal Kombat. And I really, really enjoyed that. Thought that was a very good game. Did you say GTA 5?
I did not. Should have, though.
2013. That game's still being released today. It's coming out on the next gen consoles. That's insane. And then Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon.
That's another one I should have put on there.
You
For
didn't
some
own
reason, yeah, I didn't though. For some reason though, yeah, GTA 5. That oh man, should have probably put that one on there.
it. Oh well. I also said the Wind Waker HD.
Okay,
So real quick, I just wanted to highlight. Let's see. I think a standout here is Pokemon X and Y, and I've got a messy relationship with the Pokemon mainline games. I want to say now, because they started out really really great, and then they didn't change ever, and they are still making the same crap, and now charging $60 for it, and selling like crazy. But part of it is not really the games. It's the dang merchandising that comes from Pokemon, how much money they make. But X and Y, I think, was a decent time of kind of rebooting the franchise, where it brought it into a more 3D-ish world. Same gameplay, but I don't know, it was more refreshing, where it allowed you to repick the original starters again about halfway through of Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle, and then it had the Mega Evolutions, which I think really drew a lot of people in. But I feel like X and Y also hit at a time where our kind of like millennial generation was coming back around, where it's like, oh yeah, like it's cool. Pokemon, like why did I stop playing Pokemon? Why did I stop caring? And why did I think that it was too much for kids? Well, you're right. It is. Gameplay is very much still for kids, but it sucked me back in. Actually, it was the first Pokemon game I actually bought new, because before that I had only played Fire Red. So
okay,
I bought Pokemon Y, and I played it like crazy the week I got it, like most Nintendo games, like I was saying, and haven't touched it since because they're not super replayable. But I just thought that was a good standout for Pokemon, where I think it got a lot of people back into it that had that nostalgia for the original 151.
okay, interesting.
Yes, very interesting.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well,
I struggle to move my feet. All right, there we go.
yeah. Make sure you don't lock your legs up. Goodness.
I was just sitting awkwardly. People watching, you still enjoying this? Hope so.
Please do. Oh, do this. This is very Japanese.
Ooh.
There. Speaking of which, the origins of this are very obscure. No one knows why, but it's very Japanese.
Whoa, thank you for that quick Jake's Japanese lesson.
Jake's
Of course.
Japanese
Peace
lesson
sign.
jingle.
All right, so there we go. There was our 5. I did want to quickly get a shout out to one that didn't make the list, but we tried to put on the list, and that was 1996. Because, big year. N64 came out. We had Super Mario 64. We had Mario Kart 64, Crash Bandicoot, Tomb Raider, Resident Evil, Pokemon. But that was it. We couldn't find 10.
Yeah.
And
I guess
like,
you could argue, yeah, that was more of a year of quality games. Not necessarily too many, but quality games.
yeah,
right.
And there might be some years in between where it's like, wow, how'd you not pick that? You know what game came out this year and you didn't pick that year? It's because we couldn't find 10. So there we go. So
Yeah.
Jake, let's rank them. Let's find what is the best year of the game.
All right, let us start debating right now.
All right, so let's just throw this out here. Which one do you think is the worst of these 5? Which is our number 5?
All right, I'm going to make a pensive face right now and look through my list just to make it seem like I'm really thinking this through. I think maybe 2013.
Agreed. I was going to say the same thing.
Awesome.
So why?
Well, I think at this point, we're getting to the point where we've got a lot of new games, but not all of them are the best.
Yeah.
Like, some of the sequels are there, but couldn't argue that they're the most quality, and we're seeing a lot of games at this point. And I've got a lot of games from 2013 that just aren't the best. If you think about this year, personally, the only one that really stands out to me, like in an extreme degree, is like The Last of Us and BioShock Infinite. So, not a ton of great games. Some great games, of course, but
yeah, I'll agree with you for the same reason. I think it doesn't have the highest percentage out of 10 of like bangers,
yeah, agreed.
All right, so let me suggest the next year for number 4. How about 2002?
2002.
So, same thing there. Although I'm surprised I'm saying it. Because I thought I was going to rank 2002 higher. But I think...
Yeah.
Because, like, half of those games I never really played again.
Yeah. Okay.
Even though it was huge for the GameCube with Wind Waker, Sunshine, and Prime.
Uh-huh.
And let's say Ratchet and Clank, not for the GameCube. The rest of those I don't care about as much. But I don't know. What do you think? We don't have to go with that.
I agree, honestly.
Okay.
Of all the years that we've talked about, 2002 has probably has not stuck in my mind the most.
Okay.
So, yeah, we've got a lot of like first games for these new gen consoles, and I don't think they're as good as the sequels that we talked about in our year of sequels.
True. All right. So what is number 3?
All right, number 3.
And we still have 1998, 2004, and 2007 to pick from.
All right. So, all right. For number 3, I'd like to go with 2007.
Okay. Why?
At this point, it hasn't really stuck out with me, and I haven't played very many of those games just personally until much later.
Oof.
So, they're great games, of course, but
I don't know. I think I disagree with you on this one. I think especially because Mass Effect, Halo 3, BioShock, The Orange Box, Modern Warfare, Assassin's Creed, Super Mario Galaxy, God of War 2, like that's 8 killer games right there. And a lot of them are original, surprisingly. So I'd argue instead of putting 2007, we put 1998.
okay.
And the only reason I say that again is because the big ones I care about here are just Ocarina of Time, Banjo-Kazooie, and Mario Party. The rest I don't care about as much.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
Gotta make a decision.
Putting 1998 there instead of 2007. Putting that as number
number three, yeah. Which I know some people might find blasphemous because everyone holds 98 dearly, but
yeah, this is tough because these are all such great games. We're arguing which of the best is not the best.
True. So this is the point generally in an audio podcast where I edit out all of this thinking and just go right to our answer. So we need to just get to an answer right now.
Yeah, that's true. I would say that 1998 can go on number 3.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
So that just leaves us with 07 and 04.
Okay.
So let's say, since we took that compromise, if we put 07 as number 2, we'd be looking at 04 for number 1. Which, just a quick recap, it's the year of the sequels, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because it means they took great games and made them better. So we had Spider-Man 2, Prince of Persia 2, Pikmin 2, Metroid Prime 2, Half-Life 2, Halo 2, World of Warcraft. Okay, yes, I think this is number 1.
Yeah, 2004 is pretty good. 2007 is pretty good. Yeah, how about we put 2004 as number 1, 2007 as number 2. What do you think about that?
I agree. There you go. There's our list. So, in order from 5, we get 2013, 2002, 1998, 2007, 2004 is the year of the game. Pretty cool.
Applause, applause. Agreed. It is cool, but not in here. In here it is sweltering. But I'm trying to hide it.
Okay. So, Jake, quick question for you. When you sent me your original list, you had 1980. And I was curious why you had 1980.
Yeah, so I was thinking of 1985, the year that Super Mario Brothers came out.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why I said 1980, because that's a strange year. It's a random
year. What came out in 1980?
Maybe I wrote it when I was half asleep or something. I don't know. But yeah, I was thinking about that, and it's a great year, and we had some of the first home video games come out then, but we weren't alive at that point. And this is a podcast about our lives and the nostalgia of our lives, and it just wouldn't be fair to be talking about something like that personally.
Yeah, and I think also to be fair, although there was those great games, there's probably not 10.
True. That's true. There's probably not 10 great ones. Although that was a time when a lot of bad games came out.
Yeah, because there's no experience. No one knew what a bad game was yet.
And now no one will ever know because we're not going to cover that year.
Okay.
But anyway.
So there we go. This is our 50th episode, which is crazy. I can't believe we've been doing this for what? I think we started recording in December of 2019.
Officially. We even did a couple test runs before that, though. Mm-hmm. So before December 2019, we've been doing this.
That's crazy. Which
very regularly, too.
It's awesome. I can't believe we stayed regular with it. Mm-hmm. And it's just been a great way to stay in contact with you living in Japan. And especially through such one heck of a year and a half we've been dealing with, where you're essentially trapped there.
Yeah. No kidding.
But you've got your first vaccine at this point. And last I heard, though, Japan is back in a state of emergency. So
yet another. And it's probably going to be there for a while. The cases have risen in the past week over what has ever been accumulated in Tokyo thus far.
Oh, my goodness.
So no one knows why or what's going on, but right now Japan's just going through emergency after emergency.
Well, hopefully as more people get it, those emergencies go down. Things have been relatively normal here, I want to say. So
nice.
Hopefully you get to come home at some point. But until then, I'd say this is the best substitute we can do.
Agreed. I kind of like this format, actually, this video thing. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, actually, making this video was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. And obviously, this is the first time we've ever done it. So please give us feedback. Don't be jerks about it if it sucked. But hey, if you liked this, and maybe you just stumbled upon this, and this is the first time you've ever heard us, this is our only video one. But if you want to check out the podcast on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, we are Region Unlocked.
That we are. I do have one more thing to show off because it won't show right here. Got a Super Mario Levi's shirt.
Ooh, very cool.
Yes, another goodbye present from when I left Osaka.
Oh, I'm sure. You missing Osaka?
Oh, yes. In a couple months, I'm going to go back and visit some of the people that I hung out with, so
cool.
It'll be fun. Maybe go to Super Nintendo World again, or Super Mario World.
Oh, yeah, and hopefully get in this time.
That would be nice.
So, Jake, any final things we should say? We are so bad at wrapping up. We like to just keep dragging it out.
It's true. We're going to bring out the Midwestern in us and just keep talking and, keep talking like this. And I have nothing, to be honest, except thank you for watching, folks. If you watched this far, I really appreciate all of you. And here's a round of applause for you.
Yes. So thank you, everyone. And with that, let's end it. So my name's Cameron.
And I'm Jake.
And have an awesome nerdy week full of things with 50 in them.
Minasan, sayonara.